to what colleges they could go into. And by 10th grade, they also choose what profession they'd like. So while our students here are trying to figure things out, even
In college.
the second, third year of college, here in Turkey, they have to figure out what they want to do by 10th grade, and then their curriculum becomes specialized, and then that gears them for their exam at the end of high school. Another thing too that was very different was because of the struggle that they have with that exam is that so many of the students will employ private tutors to help them pass, not just pass, but excel at that exam, because they know that what percentage they have to get into the top schools. Like Bosporus University is their Harvard, and so many of them aim to be there to be engineers or doctors, etc. But they have to do well in that high school exam to first get there.
Interesting. Yeah. Their kids value education about the same level ours do, or more? Or what do you think?
I think it's probably very similar
Is that right?
to the American system, where you have some students that work extremely hard, and you know, like he was talking about the national exam, they have tutors, and that's their main goal, and they want to get into a certain university. And then you have other students that probably aren't as motivated.
Yeah.
So.
I can only imagine. They said after 9th grade you have a choice. Oh my goodness. Whoa.
Yeah.
But it's based on economics too. It's not really a choice. It's whether your family needs you to work. Or
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay. So they don't have to, on the first, after 8th grade, you said, do they have to pay some sort of fee to attend school, or it's still?
No, it's
Still
still
free.
free.
It's still free.
Even college is free for them.
College is
or,
free.
or
It's
almost
very
free.
cheap.
It's $300 a year, and that's
free.
that's quadrupled in price since 2 years ago, and
Oh,
that
really?
became an outrage for some of the
It
students.
quadrupled.
Yeah.
It was $60
Yeah.
a couple years ago, and now it's up to $300,
Yeah.
and people are complaining about that.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
Oh, my gosh.
300 doesn't even buy you books in the United States. Think about that.
For one
man.
class.
For one
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
So if you had to go back again, let's say you were preparing to go back, and there may have been something you didn't see this time around, or something you thought, I want to spend more time with that. What would it be?
Well, I'm a beach person, so I don't want to go back to their beaches. They're absolutely
Really?
beautiful.
Oh, they are.
Absolutely. And I'd like to spend more time in Istanbul. We were only there for 4 very short days, and there's so much to see, and there's so much history. So beach first, and then Istanbul.
Okay.
Okay. It's good. Okay.
Well, I'm a political person, so I would have liked to have seen the parliament. We only spoke with some people who were representative of the cabinet, and I mean, we toured the Capitol, we visited the mausoleum of Ataturk. That's probably the only thing I would add on. I mean, there's not much that I would detract or change. It was just a very incredible experience from the arts, the sciences, the history, the culture, and the food, of course.
Yeah, maybe on the food. What kinds of foods were more popular?
It was all delicious food. It was very
Yeah.
good. They eat a lot of vegetables like eggplant or cucumbers and tomatoes.
Even for breakfast, which was a nice change of pace, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are very undernourished in our vegetables for breakfast, not there.
No, we don't do that.
A lot of lamb.
Fish.
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 Oh, yeah,
Lots
we
of
did eat a lot
fish when we were in Istanbul and along the Aegean. But yeah, lots of vegetables. The spice is somewhat there. It's not like Indian food,
It's not,
but I would probably say the closest marriage that you would find is Turkish and Greece
Oh, okay.
for the types of food. Lots of yogurts, lots of dairy products. Cheeses were incredible. Olives were out of this world.
Figs. A lot of figs.
Yeah, and their apricots were just to die
Were
for.
they?
Oh yeah.
Now, you know, the world is experiencing economic crunch. It seems like where you go. How about Turkey? What did you experience there?
Now
in
they
terms
have.
of-
They said that they had the fastest growing economy, and we read in their national paper that they had 11% GDP growth rate in the past year,
okay.
whereby America is maybe growing at a dismal rate. Maybe we're shrinking. I don't know. Even China, they outpaced China. China had like a 7% increase. So Turkey is
Doing extremely well.
yeah, they're growing well.
What are some of the main industries then? What are they exporting, importing, whatever?
Processed food was really kind of what we
Processed
heard
food,
quite a
okay.
bit about.
Fabrics, lots of cotton, fabrics,
Yes.
tea.
Olive oil.
Yeah, their fruits. Of course, the Turkish rugs, coffee. Jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they
Which the
also
ladies
make a
love.
lot of money on tourism as well.
Oh,
So,
I can imagine.
yeah, it's a very hot tourism spot right now.
Let me ask you, as educators and teachers of social studies, do you find your students are interested in wanting to know about the world and the cultures and the opportunities? What's your sense of what that looks like for young people today?
My students love learning about
They
that.
do.
They really do. They're always asking me questions about where I've traveled or where I've been.
Right.
And as a social studies teacher, I think it really helps that I've been able to travel so much too, because I can bring those personal experiences back into the classroom.
Absolutely.
But my students are extremely interested.
Wonderful.
Yeah, most of them haven't been out of the United States.
Yeah.
I do teach in the city, and so they haven't had those same experiences as some other students, but they want them. They're very
They
excited
do want
to
them.
learn.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
I think salesmanship for U.S. history is easier. I think any social studies teacher would agree with that.
Really?
The kids coming in are more eager to learn about the U.S., but I think if more teachers had experience like we shared, it would be just a total different sales pitch. Instead of saying, oh, here's the Hagia Sophia, here's a picture of it.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of me going in the Hagia Sophia
Right.
with a video showing all of us
Yeah, right.
looking at it. And, here's the Minbar, here's the Mihrab, here's where they pray. Here's people actually praying while I'm there. Look at me, I'm waving to you on the camera.
I have to agree with that.
Yes,
that makes a lot of
no
difference. I
question.
know
Oh, it
even
does.
as to having that one-on-one opportunity to experience that and have somebody that you can touch or have that conversation with.
Now, did you bring back a lot of pictures and videos and all that now that you say that?
Yeah.
We did.
Okay.
We did.
Will you be presenting at the World Affairs Council locally? Will you be making a presentation?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we will be. We don't have a date set for that yet, but I believe the Turkish ambassador has been invited to a meeting, and once his dates are confirmed with the World Affairs Council, we'll be able to let the public know when that will
You
happen.
did mention there was another person.
Yeah,
There's
third
three
teacher.
of you, right?
He's the third teacher.
His name is Mark Hafer. He's a librarian in Harrisburg
Oh, okay.
High School,
Oh, librarian, okay.
and he wasn't able to be here today. But
Okay, but he did go as well and everything.
Yes.
So you had a small delegation of 3 people. Who was sort of like your delegation leader? Who took you around?
She lived in Turkey.
Without
Okay.
question. I mean, since Cynthia's done study tours before and I haven't, she knew what to do, how to do it, and kind of had all the itinerary planned out for Mark and I. We kind of were just her followers. In addition, she also brought some stomach medicine, which saved my life while I was over there. Yeah, because one day while we were touring Ephesus, I got quite sick.
Yeah.
And,
Martha's revenge, they used to call
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
that's what it's called.
Wow.
So she's definitely the leader.
Okay. Now, sometimes, you take a trip like that, you'll have somebody that meets you, when you get there and kind of, you didn't have a person like that?
Oh, we did, yes. We
Okay.
traveled with, 27 other teachers, and then
Oh,
we had a
okay, good.
tour guide while we were there, and
Incredible guy.
he was just so knowledgeable and so friendly, and he really helped meet all of our needs. There was also a representative from the Turkish Cultural Foundation, Julia, that traveled with us, and so we had 2 representatives. We had Bonnie Joy as well.
From California.
Yes.
From California,
So,
okay.
and there were 30 of us teachers total, so we traveled on a bus
And the
together.
teachers came from all over the United States?
Oh,
or-
yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
From Maine to Washington, Hawaii
Florida.
to Florida. We've
So
got
I
the
guess-
4 corners.
Just
Yeah.
having those conversations had to be exciting.
It was. That's one of the best things about the study tours is though you do get to share ideas with many different teachers. So you're seeing all this, but you're also hearing about how other teachers would use it in their classroom. And
Okay.
as teachers, we're great thieves of other people's ideas.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's where it should be. That's good
Plus,
stuff.
we're such a vast nation. 300 million people that we have different cultures within our own.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And it was funny seeing some of the people from the South talking with some of the Turkish people because they would say, we understand Chinese English, but Alabama English, that's
We
a
don't
different story.
That's pretty funny.
That did happen too. That's really
Oh,
funny,
yeah.
but it did happen.
Amazing.
When you look at, again, you look at Turkey and your ability to go around. Tell us about the differences. You mentioned the one city that reminds you of, I think you said Los Angeles, something like that. Tell us about the differences of the rural areas versus the urban areas, and do they have the same kind of problems we have when you start talking about urban issues and crime and then suburban issues and all that other kind of stuff? What kind of things were you seeing?
I think it's really similar to the United States, absolutely. It seems to, there's more wealth in the cities, just like in the United States, but there's also more severe poverty in the cities as well.